Hey there, it's Kay, and thank you so much for joining me for today's budget video where I'm going to be going over my paycheck number 1 for August, including my estimated numbers and my real income and expense numbers for this pay period. But really quick, I just want to say if you've been following me on my journey so far, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you follow me on my journey by subscribing down below because it's free and it really helps me out. And this is going to be a little bit of a weird one because I'm going to be putting 2 paychecks on 1 paycheck sheet. So yeah, why don't we hop into it so I can explain a little bit more. So here is my unfilled sheet for my first paycheck. And as you can see, I've left myself little sticky notes because I received a paycheck after I checked my bank account and I was like, I have more money than I'm supposed to have because I know my cushion. And I was really confused. So I looked at the payment date and it's from my employer and everything. And then so I checked ADP and it's a real paycheck. And I was like, oh no, I could have made it a golden month. I could have made it a 3 paycheck month. But I thought about going back and amending the monthly budget, but it was unbudgeted. It was like I wasn't planning on it. I didn't know I was going to receive it, although it is my fault that I wasn't paying attention to my pay periods that much. So it was kind of a weird, do I include it? Am I like, maybe I'll put it in September, make September a 3-month, but I thought that would just be kind of weird. So I'm going to be putting my paycheck number 1, which I technically got in July because of how I was getting paid. That paycheck and this mysterious extra paycheck, I'm going to be putting them both on this as received income. And then I'll still get my second paycheck towards the middle of the month. And it's totally my bad for messing this up and not catching it, but I'll be making it work. But like I said, I'm not going to be counting it as budgeted income. I'm going to be counting it as actual income because I had no idea this was coming because I wasn't paying attention. So I am going to take this out. We are going to go back to the monthly budget because we still need to do the estimated based off of this pay period. And so the estimated income, so I have from work for the month I estimated $2,400 and half for 2 paychecks that I was expecting would be $1,200. Plus, there's some rollover money from June, which was $19 of unused variable spending for $1,219 budgeted estimated income. And normally on my first pay period, I like to pay my S-bills plus my tuition. So Spotify, Sprint, Safeco, and UMass Lowell. So that'd be 5. And then Sprint's really high this month, 68. Safeco 133 is my new monthly rate, and then tuition's on autopay, $450. So that's I need my calculator. 5 plus 68 plus 133 plus 50 is 256. 1219 minus second answer, so 963 would have been left. Why did I start with 1? So 963, and like I said, I've systematically kind of set this up. So on the first paycheck, we'll pay the smaller bills and give me all my variable spending up front, or any sinking funds up front. And then the second paycheck will cover my rent, which is usually a higher bill and usually extra debt payments. So allowance, gas, food, laundry, pets, and my Easy Pass needs to be refilled for $30, pet $80, laundry 40, food 325, 100, and then 80 for allowance, so 655. And then, so we're going to subtract 655, 308. And we didn't budget for sinking funds for the whole month because I was very focused on paying down debts. Although now they've extended that student loan moratorium until January. And so now I'm like, all right, do I just skip the plan and just keep going, throwing money at it? Or do I make a plan? But because I'm going to be going towards my low income months at the end of the year, I do think it's important to make a realistic plan to close out the year at a good, realistic pace for my lower income. So for now, while I'm higher income, I'm going to be throwing money at it. So we had, 308. And to pay off Nelnet C, which is the main goal this month, I need 389. So we would have put the 308 towards Nelnet C to get really close to paying it off with the estimated numbers. And then the little bits, like the $80 and change that's left over, would have been paid off the second paycheck. But I got 2 paychecks to work with here, 2 big ones. So that's all set off the monthly budget. I don't need this anymore, so I'm gonna put it away because I have very little desk space. And I'm gonna center and zoom. Hopefully that's not too zoom, but yeah, I wrote it down. I'm working with 2 paychecks here. And I've got, the first one was $13.12, which is actually really close to what I estimated, but it still would have been a little bit more, so I would have been able to finish off Nelnet C off of this first paycheck. But I got another one, so I got like almost double income. I actually literally got double income. Hang on, 13.12 plus 11.10. I could have done this in my head, but yeah, 24.22. So yeah, I received double than what I estimated for, and that's the reason I'm including this extra third paycheck, if you will, into this one paycheck budget, because I wasn't anticipating it. It's just what I received. So that's my mentality on that. And the $19 is a given. So we're gonna add the $19 for $24.41. Now, I could have added all my other expenses, paid everything up front off his paycheck, and then had the second paycheck to do kind of whatever I wanted with. The problem is that my utility statement isn't generated towards the end of the month, so I won't know what my total rent and utilities payment would be, and they have to be paid together. So that's why I have to pay my rents off the second pay period, because I don't even know what I'm paying until then. So that's still gonna be part of the second paycheck, is my regular bills. So I'm not paying anything extra here. So I'm just paying all of these, which is $256. So I need $24.41 minus $256. And forgive me if my voice sounds weird or hoarse. It's like really early in the morning and I'm trying to film this and get this ready. So we have $21.85. And I'm gonna be keeping all these amounts that I budgeted the same. For a total of $655, leaving $1530. And because I have so much more than I was budgeting for, I'm going to be putting some money into my sinking funds. So I'm going to carry this up to here. And I have car, home, medical, phone, personal, and vet. I think now would be a good time to just throw $100 into everything, just to have some savings going across the board. And so I have 6 envelopes times 100 is 600, and then 15 minus 6 is 900, so it'll be 930 coming down, which means I have more than enough to finish paying off the Nelnet C account, which is $389.34. So I'll be able to finish that student loan off on this paycheck and start the next one, which is going to be Nelnet F. So I just have to do 930 minus 389.34. Again with these decimals, I hate these so much. So 540.66. And so that's going to total up to 930. Zero out the budget, and nothing for extra savings. Poor extra savings, my poor emergency fund, never used. I mean, that's actually a good thing, but like hasn't really had anything added to it in a while, except for like some change. So here is my first paycheck, and also if you want to call it my second paycheck, my mega paycheck budget, if you will, for my first pay period of August. And I did say it was gonna be a weird one, but if you made it to the end of the video, you're awesome. Thank you so much for watching. I sincerely do appreciate it. I also love when you guys leave likes and comments on the video, even if it's just a simple thank you or words of affirmation, because this journey is a little wild and I just love knowing that there are people here supporting me through it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the comment section. Hope to see you follow me on Instagram at KBudgetPlans to keep up with me in between videos. And hope to see you in the next video. Peace out.